Well, hello and welcome back to the Tao Manifesting Tarot, the audio version. It's not the video version. Oh, yes, you have a video on your screen here. You have the tarot layout for today. But this is a tarot reading that is focused on you and you alone. I'm not looking at other people so much or other things so much. I'm focusing on you because your life, as you experience it, begins and ends with you. So that means that you need to strengthen your manifesting abilities. That is to say, you need to improve your imagination. So if I put a lot of images, especially moving images on the screen, your mind, your attention is focused on the action on the screen, which means your own individual imagination gets weaker. And this happens over time to the point where you just have a tough time imagining things. Oh, yes, they'll come in and they'll leave just as quickly, but you can't sustain the image. You can't sustain the feelings. You can't sustain the situation. And that is exactly the way it has been planned. We are being taken away from ourselves. That's the plan. If you were, let's say you wanted to conquer a country. One of the best ways to do it would be to do it quietly and behind the scenes. And one of the most important, if not the most important thing that you could do before you decided to make it an overt conquering, we'll call it, is you get people to lose their collective and individual identities. If you can do that, if you can pull them away from their religion, if you can pull them away from their nationalism, if you can pull them away from their sense of values, what is right or wrong, if you can just pull them away from everything that combines to give them their personality, to give them their identity, you've won the war. And you haven't said anything about an army or invasion or anything. It's already happening. It's already done. Instead of having a united group of people, you have a bunch of individuals. Usually what that means, they're bickering among one another. You have them divided. Because none of them knows what they stand for. None of them knows where they came from. None of them share anything, at least apparently that's the case. They're all little individual little widgets. Now you can go into that country and conquer them easily because you've already beaten them. You've taken away their identity, individually and collectively. So that's what we're talking about. And with that in mind, we go to the bottom row. Oracle card at the bottom, orphaned. Orphaned. I don't know how well you can see the card on your screen, but I'm talking desolation. I mean, this gal is alone. She's lost herself. She has no identity. And that's what's happening in society today. It has been going on for quite a while, but it's really obvious now. We have been broken down into individual parts and pieces. We can't get together. We can't coalesce. We're fighting. We're bickering. And that's because we don't stand for a damn thing. We don't know what we stand for. Because all of that has been taken from us. We have lost ourselves. We've lost our souls. We didn't even know it. But it's gone. Poof. And that's very much what this picture on the orphan card is all about. I mean, that's every single person on the planet right now. Pretty much. And in cases where this is not true, where you have a sense of identity, when you have a sense of group, you have a sense of individualism. See, this situation is not, you say, well, yeah, I'm an individual, I'm by my own. No. You're lost. You have nothing. If you walk into a room, a dark room, or even a lit room, you have to know where the walls are. You have to know where the furniture is to be able to negotiate yourself. You have to have a sense of yourself so that you see how you can maneuver in the room. We've lost that. It's been taken away. hence the orphaned card. So let's talk about it. And it's fascinating as this turns up. The bottom row, all pentacles, pretty much. We have the Eight of Pentacles. A lot of people right now are re-examining their value system. Remember, pentacles are things that you value. Please, 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 please don't talk money. It's the stuff you can't buy with money. Friendship, happiness, love, and even to a large extent, health. As I've said many, many, many times, I've known people who were extremely wealthy. I don't know if they were billionaires, but they were damn close if they weren't. And they were sick as dogs because their soul was sick. So I don't want you to think money. I want you to think of what is valuable to you and why is it valuable. That's what the Eight of Pentacles means. To help you with that, let's go to the Judgment card, the At Energy. Judgment card means going back to the past, finding something, someone from the past, bringing it into the future, re-examining it, updating it, if you will, so that you can take it with you into the future. That's your sense of values. That's your sense of purpose. That's your sense of identity. Back in the distant past, when maybe you were just a little guy or gal, there was something, someone special that made you feel special, that gave you a sense of self, gave you a sense of identity. Take that situation, take that person, bring it up into the present. Let's review it. Ultimately, what you want to do is create your own sense of self-worth. Ace of Pentacles. You want your identity. You want it back. You want to know what you stand for, what's important, why it's important, and move ahead with that. If you do nothing, you will continue to be orphaned, and that's the plan. As soon as you see all of that identity in any given group broken down, the group is lost. Done. That's why with all that's going on in the world that is negative, that is aimed at removing your identity, your purpose, your values. That's why very few people are fighting back. It's okay. You don't stand for anything. You don't know anything. You don't care about anything. Give me a new car. Give me some new shoes. Give me bye. It's all been taken away. Your identity is gone. And in the end, you want to be like the Nine of Pentacles. This lady is like a smaller version of the Queen of Pentacles. She knows exactly what her values are. She knows what's important to her. She stands by them, and she uses it to build a life of stability, security, prosperity. She is self-reliant. She is contained within herself. And because of that, she can get together with other people, and she's no longer orphaned. When you don't know what you stand for, when you don't know why you stand for it, when you don't even know what the heck is important enough, you're all by yourself. And you're lost. So let's go up. Bottom row, all pentacles, all value. Isn't that interesting? Let's go to the top row. We're talking temperance here. Temperance, very important because it says you need a balance. You need moderation to create healing. So how do you find that balance? Well, I don't know that you can see it on the card, on the screen in front of you, but she has two cups. They're pouring into one another. It's love, it's self-worth, appreciation. You need to know what your boundaries are, where your boundaries are, why are they your boundaries. This is all a part of your self-identity. Very important. You want to step forward into a future that is more positive, more bright, has more prospects for happiness. You want to be plugged into your life. Well, to be plugged in, doggone it, you got to know what the hell you stand for. You got to know why you stand for it. What's important to you? That's what the Two of Wands is all about. You got to make a choice. You got to make a choice. And for most people, it will be, yeah, I care enough to figure it out and to make the journey. And for other people, it'll be, I don't care. I'll just roll over. It doesn't make any difference. But what you're ultimately looking for is justice. Justice is the key. It's fairness. It's logic. It's truth. It's balance. Again, the idea of balance, meaning you know who you are, what you stand for. And you can, because you have those determinations, you can now fit into society. You're not separate from. When you stand for nothing, you are nothing. And that has been the process. We've watered down, gosh, we've changed so many ideas, so many concepts, so many rules, so many regulations for nothing. But it's all aimed at taking away your identity so you don't know who you are. When they have you in that position, you are lost, you are orphaned. But you can make a difference, the Chariot card. Your intuition, your gut screams at you. This is the way to go. This is the way you have to be. This is what's going to make you better. This is what's going to make you whole. This is what's going to make you happy. Listen to your gut, because that's what the Chariot is all about. The Chariot literally is direction, self-control, willpower, focus. But to be able to focus on anything, you have to have a frame of reference. When you stand for nothing, when you know nothing, when you care about nothing. I mean, take a look at what's going on. Yeah. Everything has been totally flipped for the sake of taking away your self-identity. So you don't know where you stand. You don't know what you stand for. You don't know why you stand for any of it. You're nothing. You're an orphan. That's what they want. The final card up top, middle card, important. It's the vice versa card, and it's the Three of Pentacles. Threes are always a combination. Always, and especially when I'm doing a reading for manifesting. Three of Pentacles says teamwork, learning new skills, competence. For me, when I'm doing these manifesting readings, the threes are always blending mind, body, and spirit. And what it's doing now is saying, with Pentacles, what is valuable is why. Put it together, combine the values that make up your mind, body, and spirit. Become this whole individual. Know what you stand for and why. Do not lose yourself, which you're in the process of doing. Many people have already lost. You can make a difference. You can make the turn. You don't have to be orphaned. Find yourself. Support yourself. You will find other like-minded people. And boy, will that change the world. Yes, yes. That's the reading for today. Back tomorrow. I think we're going to do the Tau Trifecta tomorrow. I think that pretty much that's the deal. So between now and the next time you and I have a chance to do tarot together, as always, peace and blessings.